Hey everyone, John here from Sandhills Shooter. Welcome back. Today I wanted to show you the cool new backplate that I got from Milspin. They had a sale here a while back, and I had to order this one. And when I show it to you, you will see why. Now, as you notice, the Glock is already field stripped. YouTube is pretty touchy these days about showing you how to do that. So we're going to start with just the Glock slide here for the Glock 19 Gen 4. So let me show you this backplate. Right from Milspin, made in the USA, veteran owned and operated, and Travis P11 and I met these guys when we were in Tulsa at the Wanamaker show, April here, 2018, and the two brothers that founded this company are super cool guys. I can't say enough about Milspin. They did not sponsor this. They don't know I'm making this video. Paid for this with my own money. Let me get this up here to where you can see it. Let's see if I can get it to focus in. It's a nice little Gadsden rattlesnake, and it says, "Get off my lawn." I don't know if that's going to focus in any better than that. But that is the backplate. It is stainless steel, CNC milled, and then the black finish is applied on top of that. So it's black on black. You can get this in regular stainless showing through the black. You can get this different colors, brass, all kinds of fun stuff. But I prefer the black on black. That way it doesn't take away my focus from the rear sight when I'm lining up my sight picture. Now, if you notice, I already have a Milspin backplate on this slide. This is the American flag, and the thing that I loved about this was that every one of these little dimples for the stars, they actually machined out 50 different stars. Now, they're not star-shaped. They're just a little round plunge in and out with the bit. But they are very meticulous, and because they love the flag just as much, if not more than I do, I don't know that you can love the flag more than I do, but they did both serve in, I believe, the Marine Corps, so definitely we won't question their loyalty to this flag, but they love it so much that they didn't want to skimp on it. They didn't want to make it look cheap or rushed, and so they made exactly 13 stripes. They made exactly 50 stars. I love that about them. So I'm going to show you just how to take this off and then how to put one of these back on. So if you've ever wanted to change out the back plate on your Glock slide, it's pretty darn simple. The first thing you want to have is some sort of a punch. This is actually the Glock Armorer's tool from Fixer, and Fixer with 3 X's, FIXXXER.com. You can get these things about anywhere, but it definitely helps in the process to have something nice and solid and not too big around. Nice blunt end. You're not going to scratch anything if you're careful with this. So as you can see, the inside of the slide here, we've got, of course, we've got the striker safety, or the striker block right there. We've got our back plate, and then we've got the actual catch on the back of the striker. Now, if you've ever had one of these apart, this actually sits inside a little nylon sleeve. Let me see if I can get that zoomed in just a little bit here and still keep it focused. Okay. Let's see if I can keep this in the light. Right here, you can kind of see it's black, but there's a little bit of this nylon sleeve sticking out, and the spring pressure from the striker spring pushes back on that sleeve, pushes up against the slide plate here, and that's what holds it in place, is the tension. So in order to release that tension, what you want to do is just take the punch, slip it in the little gap here between the catch and the little nylon piece here, and if you're strong enough, you can just push down. Otherwise, you can just use this as a little fulcrum, and that will just lever itself out. Now, as you're holding that, I'm going to turn this over and show you what to do with the other hand, with your index finger here, or whatever finger you want to use. But as you hold that, then that releases... This is awkward to do from this angle. Whoa! That's what we got to be careful of. All right, learn from my mistake. Always do this slowly and gently, because we've got our extractor spring here too. So let me try this again. I'm not going to edit that mistake out. Always be careful and try to contain moving parts. Luckily, I'm at my desk. I have a hutch, and it made the parts bounce right back down. So I cam this out of the way, and then I can slide that off. So let me go back to doing this where you can't really see what I'm doing. Just ever so slightly, and then that pops right out of there. If your finger is here, then you also catch this little piece on the extractor spring. So then you can just keep your thumb over top of everything, slide that right off of there, and here is that little nylon piece I was telling you about. So take that slide plate away, and we will bring this one right back up here. We'll get it, and you can kind of see this has a nice little channel machined out right in here, so that's where the slide plate will go. Of course, this stuff is in the way, so let's put that up there so it's ready to go. Hold it with the thumb, and then just take the flat punch here, push that back, it'll start. Push that one back. Notice how the armorer's tool is the exact right diameter to hold that. Push it up until it snaps, and that's it. Pretty darn simple. You just move that out of the way, very gently slide this, and then if you want to, you can start working it with your thumb. Be careful of that piece, or just keep your thumb over the top. Slide it out. Look at that. That's all there is to it. Keep sliding, and that'll come off. Put it right back up there. Push that down. Push that down. Latches into place, and you've got a different slide plate. Easy as pie once you do it a couple times. Do remember, especially with Glock, that little piece does like to fly out when you pop that out of there. So be prepared for that. Learn from my mistake, and don't make it yourself. If you do make that mistake, hopefully you've got a hard sealing, something that will deflect that back over that direction, so you don't lose it. So there you have it, the new and improved Sandhills shooter Glock. This has got the Get Off My Lawn backplate on it. We will take the blackout Old Glory and put her back in the bag for safekeeping, and move that over to my other one. I've actually got the flag that shows the stainless through there too. That was the first one I brought home from Tulsa. And if you want quality and you want something that is made in America by Americans, by veterans, then buy from Milspin. Check those guys out. Milspin, MILSPIN.com. And I don't know if they'll remember me or not, but tell them I sent you. Thanks for watching. I'm going to put this back together off camera so that it's ready to go. Love you guys. God bless.